We are 2 days away from the end of 2025. Historians, if there are any honest ones left in 50 years, will look back at this year as one of the points of no return. 2023 was the tremor, 2024 was the crack, 2025 was the year the cracks became canyons. Let's review the tape. Let's look at what actually happened this year, stripped of the media spin and the government gaslighting. 1. The inflation lie collapsed. For 3 years, they told you inflation was transitory, then under control, then bumpy. In 2025, one thing became obvious. This isn't transitory noise, it's a structural currency problem. We saw the wage price spiral turn into a debt-death spiral. The price of insurance, car, home, health climbed relentlessly. Replacement costs for everything from vehicles to housing have outpaced wages for years running. The middle class stopped saving and started surviving. Credit card delinquency rates approached levels not seen in decades. 2025 was the year the American consumer finally tapped out. 2. The bond market riot. The U.S. 10-year Treasury yield spiked. The government had to refinance trillions of dollars of debt at 5, 6, 7%. This blew a hole in the federal budget the size of the sun. The Fed was forced to pivot, not because they beat inflation, but because something broke. They had to choose save the dollar or save the banks. In late 2025, they quietly chose the banks. They restarted the liquidity operations. They called it support. We know what it really is, stealth QE. 3. The geopolitical fracture. BRICS expanded again. Saudi Arabia began accepting non-dollar payments for oil. 2025 didn't bury the Petrodollar in one day, but it drew a thick red line under its obituary. The sanctions on Russia failed to achieve their stated goals. The Russian economy outperformed expectations, while Germany slid into stagnation. This proved to much of the world that the US dollar is no longer just a weapon of mass destruction, it is becoming a weapon of self-destruction. We saw escalation in the Pacific, the semiconductor standoff. The world is splitting into two supply chains, the West and the rest has the commodities. 4. The tech dystopia. AI agents began replacing white-collar jobs in earnest. The unemployment numbers didn't show it because displaced workers were absorbed into the gig economy. We saw the rollout of digital ID pilots, the UK, parts of the EU, Australia. The infrastructure for programmable money is being laid, brick by brick. The Splinternet became harder to ignore. Algorithms and firewalls have built a soft, digital iron curtain. It is increasingly difficult to see what people on the other side of it are saying. 5. The gold signal. Gold hit all-time highs in every major currency on Earth. Central banks bought more gold in 2025 than in almost any year on record. China, Russia, India, Singapore, Poland. They know what is coming. They are trading their paper dollars for metal. While Western financial advisors told you gold was a pet rock, the masters of the universe were hoarding it by the ton. Watch what they do, not what they say. 2025 was the year of disillusionment. The institutions failed. The media failed. The experts failed. People realized that nobody is coming to save them. You saw it in the strikes. You saw it in the civil unrest. You saw it in the election chaos. The social contract is shredding. But here is the architect's perspective. This is good. It is painful, yes, but it is necessary. We are waking up from a 50-year dream. We lived in a fantasy world where we could consume without producing, borrow without paying back, and wage war without bleeding. That world is gone. 2025 was the wake-up call. 2026 is the hangover. If you spent this year preparing, if you bought hard assets, learned skills, built community, you are looking at 2026 with confidence. You are positioned for the wealth transfer. If you spent this year anesthetizing yourself with bread and circuses instead of building escape velocity, you are not the observer of the slaughterhouse. You are in the line. The canyon is open, the bridge is out. You cannot go back to 2019, you cannot go back to normal. The only way out is through. We have to cross the valley of the shadow of debt. Here is the Architect's 2026 Survival Protocol. First, write your balance sheet of reality. Not your net worth on paper, your actual position. Assets you control, debts you owe, skills you can sell, dependencies that could break you. Be honest, the ledger doesn't lie. Second, kill 3 dependencies in Q1, a job that owns you, a subscription that numbs you, a loan that bleeds you, a city that traps you. Pick 3, cut them, or start the exit plan. Third, build 3 moats. 1 skill that has value no matter who is in power. 1 asset that exists outside the banking system. 1 relationship deep enough that you would call them at 3 a.m. in a crisis. By March 31, 2026, you should have a clear answer to this question. If the system I depend on collapsed tomorrow, what would I do? If you don't have an answer, you have 90 days to find one. Take a moment tonight to review your own year. Did you get stronger or did you get weaker? Did you get more independent or more dependent? You have 2 days left in this year. Make a plan, because when the ball drops on New Year's Eve, it's not just a new year, it's a new epoch. I am the architect, and I will see you tomorrow.